So, let's look at this thing from another point of view, which you will at first think highly depressing. Let's supposing we can't do anything to change ourselves. Suppose we're stuck with it. Now that is the worst thing an American audience can hear. There's no way of improving yourself, because every kind of culture in this country is dedicated to self-improvement. Just take jogging, that deplorable practice. It's a very nice thing to run and to go dancing across the hills at a fast speed. But these joggers shaking their bones, rattling their brains, running on their heels. There's a grimness about it. It's determinately good for you. Why do you go to school? The whole point of coming to school is that you're interested in something. You don't come to improve yourself. But the trouble is that the schools got the wrong idea. They gave people honors for learning. The reward for studying French should be the ability to speak French and enjoy reading French and having fun with French people. But when you get a degree for it, then the degree becomes the point in a game of one-upmanship. And of course, one-upmanship is the main business of the educational community today. You learn all the rules of how to be a good professor. How to be a good professor.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Another day, another challenge. Unfortunately, last night I did get entered in on BTC. Hell bit of a kickback to the upside. We'll see what happens from here. But, yeah. Ethereum didn't get entered at all, so at least we're saving a little bit of money on that one. Yeah, like I said, we talked about this yesterday. I have my little thing here. I can move it down real quick just to make sure it's more in line with what the actual resistance is here. But for all intents and purposes, we just call it 29,400. That's when I'll be entering my short position for BTC. I don't think I'll be taking advantage of the possible bullish ABC that's going to happen right here. I just don't think it's something I want to be a part of. Because when we look at for bullish ABCs, we're looking for pretty decently sized structures such as this. Yeah, such as this, or downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. So for me to want to go ahead and take that little tiny one up here, I just don't see it. So I'm gonna be patient. I mean, if it does start to form something, like let's say we are gonna try to go retest some higher highs here. Hopefully, this forms some sort of like ABC here, and then we have a retest to the upside, and it comes back down one more time, and then that would become ABC A to a B to a larger C. that's probably when I'll start maybe getting interested in it, if that's the case scenario that will happen. But otherwise, just sticking to the plan, going for the short positions. How's your mental health, my friend? Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I'm sore as hell right now, just from being active, but feeling good. Puppy's doing good. He's also on like a little bit of a diet because I want fish to live as long as possible. So I looked up some feeding schedules for dogs. And I figured if I'm feeding him less in terms of like normally he gets kibble, he can eat it throughout the day however he likes. But if I'm gonna be restricting his, meals to once or twice a day, then I'll splurge on him. I'll give him some like canned dog food, something nice for him to eat. Something that he actually eats in one go and doesn't get all over the floor. I did short 30,500 to 29,200 yesterday. Got pretty lucky sitting there short again at 30,400. Nice. Plan for today is I think I'm gonna wait a little bit to go grab food. Hence why I'm on a little bit late. And just go pick up something when I go out today, because I want a little bit of a change of pace. I've had McDonald's way too much in a row, which, trust me, like I ain't complaining. It's just you need to change it up a little bit. Your fast and journey inspire me. Trying to get back into it. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm super excited because like I said, I mean, I talked a lot of game in the past about me doing it and what I like about it, but I mean, I've been doing it for 3 weeks now, and I'm to the point where I think starting this Sunday, I will probably start incorporating like a cheat meal on Sunday. So instead of one meal, I'll have two. They'll still be pretty close together. I would say probably like a 6-hour, 7-hour window, just to make sure that it's still keeping. But after you get your body fat adapted and you're starting to become a little bit more insulin sensitive and a lot of the initial weight's coming off, it is good to kind of like load up on calories one day, just to make sure like your body keeps a high calorie burn rate, which isn't necessarily a problem with fasting. If you're doing a traditional like weight loss regimen from like a bodybuilder, if you look at those, they basically reverse engineer. So we talked about like the Minnesota starvation experiment, where like if you're eating 2,000 calories a day consistently, your body's burning 2,000 calories a day consistently. You don't have like a set caloric, metabolic rate. It changes all the time. So if you start bringing in 1,400 calories on a consistent basis, your body's going to change to burning 1,400 calories a day. And you're going to lose a lot of those benefits. So you have to start incorporating like high carb days to like keep that ceiling high. And then that way you can do all that jazz. But with fasting, your metabolism actually goes up just because of survival mechanisms. But you're going pretty extreme with the broccoli and proteins only. I mean, that's the next level, because it depends on how lean you are as well. Me, obviously, I'm a little bit fatter, so I can lose weight eating pretty much anything as long as I'm letting my insulin come back down. But if you are leaner, you're gonna have to kind of watch what you eat to make sure that you can do that. Cheat meals bad. I mean, here's the thing: I'm eating one meal a day for 6 days out of the week. I don't think having 2 meals a day. And it's not like when I say cheat meal, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna go and I'm gonna eat like 3 pounds of cheesecake. I'm saying like I might have Raisin Canes for breakfast, and then later in the day I might have ramen from like a ramen shop. That's what I'm talking about when I say cheat meal. I don't mean like I'm gonna go get like 3 milkshakes and down them. It just means like I can eat a little bit more food on that day. That's all. I don't think it's necessary, but the ketone strips, they give you like a cool metric in order to kind of track what's happening and like physically see the insulin sensitivity coming back into the system. Because like I said, for the first, I would say like 5 or 6 days, you're really not going to see much ketosis. Like you'll pee on the stick, like, so I usually do it in the morning because that's when I've been the longest fast. I stopped eating around 11 or 12 the day before, and then I'm peeing on a stick at 11 or 12 the day after. So 21, 22 hours later. And for like the first 5 days, like I was barely in ketosis. And that's just because you're more insulin resistant. Your body's producing more insulin in order to promote the same effects. So it takes a lot longer for your body to get in ketosis. But then after like a week or two, you're getting in ketosis several hours before you were previously, and you'll start seeing your results. I mean, if I continue at this rate, like I said, I know it's not going to be like a direct path, but I haven't weighed myself today, but I'm probably down 12 pounds so far, and it's been about 2.5 weeks, something like that. So, I'm trying to I need to lose like 35 more pounds before like I'm at my desired weight and I can start working towards more of like fitness and building muscles. So hopefully like 2 or 3 months, I'm down to my desired weight, and I can start kind of trying to biohack human growth hormone and testosterone and do some more calisthenics and stuff like that. I went from 25% body fat, skinny fat build to 8% to 9%. 8% to 9% is pretty low. Like, did you go to like one of those really expensive machines to track that? Because I'm not saying that you haven't done very well. I'm sure you have, but 8% to 9% is substantially low. Hey Kite, how would you recommend trading a prop fund challenge? I have no time limit. I need to profit 10% without losing 6% total. Happy to have you streaming again. If you can only lose 6% total, you do have to keep your percent low. So I would recommend only risking like probably like 0.10% to 0.25% at like in a given trade. So given that fact, I probably would use like a decent stop loss, 1%, 2%, 3%. Probably 2 to 3% would probably be likely. And because you have no time limit, this is going to be a game of patience. You need to be taking strong setups with decent stop losses and low risk in order to make sure that, because the way that I trade for my personal portfolio, if I get stopped out two times, I'm losing, just a little bit under 6% of the total portfolio. So I want to be doing exactly what I'm doing here by any means. And it's going to take you a little bit. But that's the thing with prop fund trading challenges, which I don't necessarily like the idea of. I really don't. My thing is I rather keep it private. If you can do well with a private portfolio and show a long track record, I think that's worth a lot more in my eyes. I haven't ordered DoorDash in the entire time that I've been doing one meal a day. Got something going on my lip. It feels like I have like an ingrown hair or something. And like when I like brush my mustache, it hurts. Like right here on my lip. Gotta go look in the mirror and see what's up. I don't have any open positions right now on the challenge portfolio. I have DCA positions on my spot portfolio, but that's my personal portfolio. And then I do have a swing, like a macro swing account that still has a couple longs open just because there hasn't been any um, decent like macro long setups in this uptrend. But those are all private. As far as the challenge portfolio goes, where I keep things a little bit longer term, but not necessarily super macro. There is no open positions. I had an open position last night, like I said, at 29,400 for a short position, but we did pump back up a little bit, so I did get stopped out. Oh my God, herpes! Yeah, we out here kissing people while doing DoorDash. I have until 11 to decide if that's my meal for today. I've never been too big on like breakfast food in general. You know, like pancakes. I like pancakes. I'm just not a big breakfast person, like the typical breakfast food. When I say breakfast, I mean like break fast. But you know, like I just maybe when I was a kid, maybe like it just doesn't hit me the way I like. I like lunchtime food. That's the goal, Ocean. That's the goal. Like I said, the more I learn about the brain and how you can just like completely take advantage of the entire situation you're in a good way, the more like it interests me. And I think it's gonna make me a better trader. Because that's the whole thing. Like if you're clear-headed, if you have low cortisol and high controlled dopamine. Because it's one thing to have high dopamine, but too much high dopamine, like you're too eager to get into trades and to get going. But you have high dopamine and it's controlled. Things are a little bit different. So I'm excited. Imagine being a sweet little cherubic boy and wanting to become a skinny little nerd. SMH. Hey, wait, we're only gonna be skinny for a little bit and then we become big muscle man. Well, medium muscle man, but big performance from medium muscle man. If you say pork roll in my chat, I will ban you. It's a pork roll. It's like it's like buying Nesquik and then calling it chocolate powder. Like they put the name of the thing on the box. It's Nesquik. Why are you calling it chocolate powder all the time? Just say Nesquik. It says Nesquik right there. Big bold letters, Nesquik. So like it says pork roll. Like the people who made it named it pork roll. So I mean, like, I don't know. It's Bologna, dude. Yeah, but like, so like if Nesquik had Nesquik, big bold letters, chocolate powder, you know, then you can call it chocolate powder or Nesquik. No big deal. But you know, when I saw the packaging, it says pork roll in small little tiny letters. Maybe it said Taylor ham. How's it hanging, Kite? It's pretty warm this morning, so we'd be dangling. We are gonna get into spam. People judge me for my dealings with spam. Listen, I don't care what you say. Like, maybe you grew up in a place where, you know, you have infinite resources, and everything you touch turns to gold. But I like spam. Spam's good. Now, trust me. Like, you know, I like the low sodium spam, and I'm not out here like eating spam by itself. That a little bit off-putting. But one of my favorite things to cook, you know, when like, you know, times were tough, was Kraft mac and cheese and spam, low sodium. And then because there's so much sodium in the low sodium spam, you don't even have to put salt on the mac and cheese. So now it's pretty much just like I don't understand. You'll eat a hot dog. Them's yummy hot dogs, right? But you won't eat spam. It just, I don't, to me, like, where's your priorities? Johnny, that's like saying you'll kiss me, but you won't kiss Monk. You know? We're both human. We probably taste the same. So, like, why do you prefer me? Why can't you have both? It's hot dogs versus spam. They're the same. Like, it's just chopped up meat, compacted into a shape. Spam slaps. There's a reason why they lock up spam. All right? Because it slaps. All right? I don't see pork rolls behind glass enclosures. Spam now? Spam, you need a security code and a retina scan in order to check that thing out. And literally, a pork roll, to me, looks just like if you took spam and then like flatten it out and then took one of those things where you make circle PB&Js and then just like slammed it down. Boom. There you go. You got a pork roll. Spam's literally made out of pork. All right, you got it right there. Johnny would kiss a hot dog all day. Put that on your Tinder profile. You'll get a lot of hits. How disrespectful. It's true, though. It's true. So at the end of the day, like, the only thing that you're really telling me is that you don't like salt. Which, that's just not a human I want to be around. Salt is one of, like, just, like, the necessities. You can never have too much. Shit, I eat salt out of my hand. That's how much I love salt. Go to the 4-hour chart. What about the 4-hour chart for ETH, BTC? I don't like chewing glue. I feel like you've never actually like had spam. Or like maybe you like just ate it out of the can. I feel like you just looked at it and you go, that's for poor people. I don't do that. I use salt like cocaine. That's good, Joe. I'm glad you have a good relationship with cocaine and salt. I haven't had a Vienna sausage in a while, but Vienna sausages, them yummy tiny hot dogs. Them's tasty. You just take the Vienna sausage, you open it up, you dump it in a bowl, and then you microwave it for like 45 seconds, a minute. Boom! You got like one of the tastiest little snacks that you can ever buy. And then you drink the water afterwards. It's amazing. You have very high standards, Monk. It's ridiculous. For a man that lives off of like microwave sandwiches, I feel like you would be a little bit more experimental. Like, I don't know what it, like, all I'm saying, like, if we get into like some sort of like nuclear disaster, you guys are gonna be the ones that die. Because you're gonna be all prissy, and all that's gonna be left is spam and Vienna sausages and other varieties of canned meat. And then Johnny's gonna be tucked in a little corner like a little gremlin with a bunch of wrappers of pork rolls around him. He's gonna go, no. If you can't have it, you'll run it. Be clawing at the air, and I'm just be over there just casually eating, you know, one meal a day of Vienna sausages and Kraft macaroni and cheese and spam. Living my best apocalyptic life. And you guys are gonna be, I can't even say that because you're not gonna be salty. Where's all your salt? I look forward to it. No, so here's the problem. Like if Chipotle starts using spam, then people will change their identity on spam. And then the demand for spam is going to go up. And then spam no longer becomes like, you know, a decently cheap, nice little food. People are going to be like, oh, you got spam in that? That high-end stuff? That Chipotle spammy whammy? And then now the price of spam is going to go up to like $10. How much does a can of spam cost right now? $3.79. Yeah, it would go up to $10 if they put in Chipotle. Me and Johnny are gonna survive on our bodies, like God intended. Next time you guys come down, I'm cooking mac and cheese and spam. I'm doing it. And you're gonna like it. You're gonna love it. Me and Monk went to the beach probably like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was. And I cooked Kraft macaroni and cheese and spam. And, you know, I don't know if Skylar's girlfriend ate it as well, but I know me and Skylar loved it. Like me and Skylar, we crushed it. Because, you know, we know a good thing when we eat it. You know, we don't just look at it and go, Poor people. I also just don't like the shape it comes out in, you know? I mean, I don't know how much more, like, more diverse you can get. So that's how, like, I just know, like, your palate's messed up, Johnny. Who doesn't like mac and cheese? That's just a weird, like, human attribute. Like, you can go like this. You can go, I don't like mac and cheese because it's incredibly bad for me. You know, and I just don't like to eat that much carbs. But to say, like, mac and cheese doesn't taste good, you're outlandish. You're outlandish. I swear, tomorrow I'm going to get the biggest plate of spam and just sit here on stream and just eat it. Just subliminal messaging. You guys are just on a different plane of existence. You know? You haven't leveled up. It's okay. I'll wait. I don't know what's beyond that level. Like, how much better does it get? I don't know. But one day, hopefully one day, I'll find out though. Hamburger Helper is just like flattened macaroni with some hamburger in it, man. And you're saying you don't like mac and cheese. It's just too much cheese with the noodles. Well, that's the thing. You balance it out. That's why Hamburger Helper is so good, because you're balancing it out with some meat. That's why we put the spam in it, man. It's just like if you cook hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, all right, that's good. If you cook spam and macaroni and cheese, that's good. If you cook ground beef and macaroni and cheese, that's good. Like, you could put pretty much anything in a macaroni and cheese that's of a protein variety, and it's going to be delicious. It's like the magical, like, it's like a trophy wife. Like, you put it attached to any human being, and boom, you level them up. Their social status goes up. Mac and cheese is the trophy wife of all food. Am I wrong? I don't think so. Friendships are being broken in the chat today over over which food is viable. He said, "God, hot dogs, mac spam, like that's all middle American Trump supporter food." I like how a food is associated with a political party. See what I'm saying? Like people just looking down, just looking down. Can't use their taste buds. Always using their brain. Poor people food, Trump supporter food, you know, pork rolls, crackhead New Jerseyan food. You know, why can't food just be food? Why does there have to be like a connotation attached to it? Why can't we just enjoy flavors? Why does it have to be like, I eat frog legs and snails and caviar, so my palate is just beyond the years? I voted for a sea turtle. My political party is I swim. I swim. I'm sophisticated. There's food and then there's spam. Yeah, because spam's on just a whole nother level. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's good, it's salty. It's spam. You know, screw a partnership with Liquid Death. All right, Johnny. All right, you can have that. I'm gonna get a partnership with spam. just blend, just put just a spam smoothie and just drink it on stream. All right, that's going too far. If I did that, then you can stop me, because I don't know if I could even look at myself if I did that. Yeah, Johnny out here licking pork rolls like they're stamps. It's like, you know, in order for it to get to stick to the bun, I gotta there we go. Now it's ready to be shipped out. Thank you, Bleach. At least you tried it, you know? Like, I'm not saying like I don't eat spam on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis. But just because I don't eat it all the time doesn't mean I don't like it. It's okay to like things and not have them be a part of like your regular diet. Cause like I'll agree, like, you know, all those sorts of like canned meats, they're probably not the best for you in terms of like sodium and everything like that. But they're nice. They're nice. You know, it's like mac and cheese. It's nice. Tastes good. Should you have it all the time? Probably not. But it's good. It's okay to say something's good. Mark, why you have to call him out? Good point, though, Monk. Good point. And you won't eat spam. Okay, I'm good. I'm fine. We're all good. Oh. Yeah, dude. All right. Has anybody ever had a cheese curd with caramel sauce? Well, I guess you wouldn't call it caramel sauce. It's just caramel or caramel. I kid you not. All right. Sounds weird. But when I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings, they have cheese curds. And if you put the cheese curds in caramel, it tastes like 100% like you're eating a little tiny waffle. It's a weird experience that you have to try if you have not. It is so strange. I refuse. I refuse to equate spam to a lot lizard. I feel like you guys just have preconceived notions, maybe a little bit, I don't know, spamist, you know, and it just it shows, you know. I I didn't know I had bigots in my chat when it comes to spam. I mean, I guess some people, you know, grow up differently, and they grow up in ivory towers, and they look at the spam and they go, the spam doesn't work hard enough for my mouth. You got to work for this mouth. That's what it sounds like to me, guys. See, my mouth doesn't judge. My mouth tastes. My mouth unbiasedly will say, you know what? That's interesting. It's an interesting flavor. I think I kind of like it. Because my mouth is open-minded. My mouth goes to protests. My mouth. I just need to open up Chat GPT and have them write a poem about my mouth and how socially just my mouth is. Am I still GPU mining? No, not really. There's nothing like super profitable to mine unless you got like a 4090. Let's see what the going rates are. 4090. I haven't actually checked out any of the 4070 like TIs or anything like that. Let's check out the 4070 Ti and see if it does good. You got a couple coins that are making a couple cents per day. Nice to see. They're kind of, I mean, when it comes to like a lot of these altcoins, unless you have a reliable place to trade them into like USDT or Bitcoin, it's kind of hard for me to like suggest like these are what you want to be mining. You're probably gonna be going with the nice hash just to make it easy on yourself. But yeah, let's look at the 4090. 4090 is making a decent amount of profit per day, but obviously you're paying, you know, close to $2,000 for the card. So yeah, there's nothing like super profitable on with GPU mining. Like I said, I had my 3090 and I had 2080 Ti when things were profitable. I made I think like $150 before, you know, everything started to crash, and I sold it to my friend for like $400. because they needed the GPU. They were playing video games at 25 FPS, unbeknownst to the entire group for multiple years. Just out here, you know, just I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy, to play first-person shooters at 25 FPS on a PC nonetheless. Back in like 2012, when no one knew the difference and like your eyes just couldn't tell because you haven't been exposed, you know, it was a different story. Eat a can of Fish's food right now. Tough guy, show us. Put your money where your mouth is. No. I'm good. You know, if it was a piece of kibble, maybe. But this is not it. This is some stinky stuff. And much doubt that it tastes better than Spam. Much doubt. I'll put that out. Much doubt. Joey, how do you think you eat Spam? Do you think you just like crack it open and get a spoon and start eating the Spam? No, you fry it. You fry it, put some condiments on it, put some mac and cheese maybe. Like it's a nice little pairing food. It's like a sandwich. It just adds so much flavor. No. That's not how I eat Spam. You guys are just elite little snobs. It's okay. Like I'll still be friends with you, but like I'll know in the background that like when it comes down to brass tacks, like you'll shun people and food that is different. It's okay. You'll sit here on your high horse of pork rolls, your little hammies, but you won't give any props to its cousin. Does anybody in the chat have any experiences with Amanita mushrooms? I picked up a 5,000 milligram package from the store the other day, and I haven't done them. Like I've microdosed them, but I've never done like an actual trip with them. I know as far as like everything, it's like a dream substance. Like at first you feel drunk and then you fall asleep and then you have like a very wild dream. But I don't know. Anybody got any personal anecdotes they can share? I feel like Amanita mushrooms are gonna be like the same thing as like salvia. Well, not in terms of what happens, but it's like you have this legal psychedelic that can be sold in like any smoke shop, and out of all the it doesn't make any sense to me why salvia was legal for so long when it's probably one of like the like most detrimental psychedelics in terms of it's just wild. All right, with DMT is like you smoke it, you go to another planet, but it triggers like sleep paralysis, so you don't act it out. Whereas salvia, you have complete control of your motor function, so you're just going to jump out of a window. The US government sometimes just boggles my mind with their decisions. It makes no sense. It says 1 gummy is a mini dose with a possible euphoric effect, 2 gummies, laid back and chill vibes, 3 gummies, UFO sightings, 4 gummies, alien abduction, 5 gummies, interdimensional space travel on a UFO. It's almost lunchtime anyways. Almost time for breakfast. We'll do a little one. With how unlucky I am, I'm probably going to be DoorDash and all of a sudden it turns into a kaleidoscope. I just feel like I'm playing Mario Kart at that point. You're calling the police? What a Karen thing to do. These are legal. These are legal. The packaging is very nice. Yo, bro, I'd skip DoorDash today. Well, no, I've done DoorDash plenty of times. Because before I bought this one, which is 5,000 milligrams, I had like a little one, or it's 2,500 milligrams. So a single gummy was only 250. Actually, no, I think the gummies were still 500. I was splitting them in half when I ate them. So. One gummy's not enough to elicit any sort of, like, actual psychedelic effect. Should we put it on a list for those spam comments? You too, man. Like, I'm pretty sure you committed a hate crime today. Just gonna put that out there. All the things you said. You gotta go on some sort. If I gotta go on a list, you gotta go on a list. It just so happens that my list is people who get into heaven because they're not, you know, biased. You're gonna be really mad when that's the one criteria. Like, you get up to Heaven's Gate, and it's like, so, like, what was your favorite way to enjoy spam? I hated spam. It's when the trap door comes out. That's gonna be sad, right? It's gonna be real sad. And will never be a protected class. Yikes. People from New Jersey are not Americans. They're like, I don't know, like, like that uncontacted tribe that just shoots arrows at helicopters that fly by. That's New Jersey. And like if they see that you have a different tag from out of state, they all swarm you in traffic and just start going, hey, start throwing pork rolls at your car, trying to assimilate you. It's a rite of passage. If you're not originally from New Jersey, you go there and your entire car is just pasted in pork rolls. And then like all of a sudden like, you start morphing. Like first you look like the Michelin Man, but you're pink because you're made out of pork rolls. And then like you transform into just a insane driver with no regard for human life. Entirely different type of human being over there. I just imagine like the Jonas Brothers just like they're on stage singing, just frisbee throw pork roll into people's faces, just smack. It's like it's like a Jehovah's Witness coming to your door, but they're just traveling across the world, spreading the ministry of pork roll frisbees. And all people from New Jersey drink are Joe Teas. But the difference is like they put their pinky up when they do it because they think it's sophisticated. That's the only sophisticated drink they got. And sometimes like they'll roll up their pork roll because that's why they call it a pork roll. They roll it up into like a little like tube and then they put it down the Joe Tea to give it a little bit of extra pizzazz. It's because you make me nervous, Monk. Half the time, like when you're in the car, like I'm just staring at you. And just thinking about like how much better life could be if you joined me on the love for spam. Yeah, I don't even look at the road. Yeah, I'm just looking at Monk. And he keeps going, why is there drool coming out of your mouth? Just wondering how much better spam could get if you add a little Monk to the dish. Not a cannibal. Like I said, just experimentation. Just trying to see what tastes good in the world. You took an ABC trial on natural gas. What's the ticker? Let me see the trade. Don't say leak. Okay. That's a little bit disgusting, right? You can say like drools, salivates. Leaking leaves a little bit too much to the imagination, doesn't it? The ticker is literally natural gas. It literally is. Okay. Ah, it's a nice trade. I mean, it's correlated to this local low over here. Right here. So I mean, it touched that support region. It's got the ABC off the current trend, kind of showing that's forming a recent support structure, and then you got the previous support structure over here. Where you like, here's the thing: like, I don't play the take profit game anymore, but whatever your strategy like really calls for, in terms of having a consistent R&R, if you need to balance out the books. For me, I'll just hold on to it and see if you can get some sort of ABC top like you did up here. ABC? All right, Joe. That's too far. Snooky wants smush mush. Spam splooge, if you will. All right, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and head off. Get today started. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning. Like I said, anywhere from 9 to like 12. I'll be around. So if the stream hasn't started, it'll start at some point. So I'm sticking to it. Sticking to it. Hopefully we get some little resolution here. If we go up and we put in a higher high over here, I doubt that I'll be taking that entry. We'll see. Like, I just don't want to continuously enter and enter and enter off of every single tiny ABC. I'd rather wait for this larger one, just like I'm doing, and was patient and waiting for this one on Ethereum. But all right, let's do the thing. Eyeballs. Give me them. What are you thinking about? Like, after today's live stream, what's the main predominant thought on your mind? Bye!